What should we call this one?
I should have been thinking about. I do this every time.
The worst human being is spiritually fucked.
She's worse.
She's the worst human that might possibly exist.
She is the leechiest. Chanel gon' tell. Chanel gon' tell.
Clearly don't talk to humans enough.
I know. Me neither, though. Literally, I'm like, just roll, it's fine. Everything's good.
I'm fine. You're that dog that everything's on fire.
Today was a dumpster fire, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, as long as I continue to be productive, as long as I can see, no,
don't be productive.
Well, I just need to see why I'm tired, and that'll kind of fill me back up again. I don't know. It's just like all my efforts.
All the efforts.
Like
the fruits of your labors. Relishing in the fruits of your labors is
something else, right? Mm-hmm. It's like cleaning your whole room.
Oh, yeah.
Clean sheets. Mm-hmm. Laying down at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I felt like my house did.
Yeah. I recently put on my duvet cover.
Ooh!
I haven't had my duvet cover on in so long because duvet covers.
Yeah, they're so hard to put on. But I recently
was like, I should use this. And
it's getting cold, so maybe like that extra.
And it was like, ooh. Tommy walked into our room and was like, why is it feels so like cozy? And I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, the duvet.
That duvet cover.
Duvet. I do love your duvet cover though.
It's just plain white.
No, it's the one with the stripes.
Oh no, I got rid of that.
Why?
Because it was funky.
It was so cozy though.
It was okay.
Okay, all right. Well,
my new duvet is like way cozier than that one.
Did you buy a new duvet cover?
It was like a duvet and a duvet cover, but it was from Amazon. It was super cheap and it was super cozy.
So I hear that there's some viral freaking sheets
on the Amazon.
Ones? I don't know, but they're they're supposed to be all the rage.
They're so cozy.
Did you buy them?
Yeah, I have the sheets. I have the duvet cover. I have
Send
the duvet.
me a link.
Yeah, and they're all like super inexpensive. I went to an Airbnb like when we went to Joshua Tree like a few years ago.
Oh.
We stayed at a place and I was like, these sheets are so amazing. So I
found the tag. Yes.
So I found the tag. I bought the same pillows from the Airbnb. I took pictures of everything. Because I was like, this is like the best sleep. And it's like so luxurious. And then I was like, oh, these are probably so expensive. And I looked them up and it was like, the sheets were like, king size sheets on Amazon were $30.
Fuck off.
Are you serious? So comfy. When I switched them, when I washed them back to my other ones, Tommy's like disappointed.
Okay, send me the link. I need link.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send link. I'll put link in the show notes. Even though they don't sponsor us. I'll do everyone a solid.
Yes.
If I remember.
I'll remind you because I want link. I want link. Send me link.
Okay. So today.
Go on. The grin.
I have to find the notes. It's actually like not funny at all. Like at all.
Okay, hold on.
But I need to shout out. Hold on. I need to shout out whoever narrated the audiobook because I read the book.
Then listened to the audiobook?
No, I didn't read the book. I only listened to the audiobook. I was driving around so much, going from one place to another, and I'm reading the Britney Spears book. And
oh my God, how is that going? Side note.
Oh my God.
So
it is rough. And I get why they just like let it go. But there's a lot of stories where she's just like, these guys showed up with huge guns outside our tour bus and everyone was freaking out. I don't know what happened, but we were able to get through the border.
Honestly,
like stories like that where I don't really know what happens, but I'm like, what the fuck are we? Why are we reading about this?
So I keep seeing it show up on the Netflix.
Oh yeah.
I can't watch it.
No, I can't.
It's too cringe and it's too sad.
Yeah, I'm not there. I don't want to like. I'm for sure into the juice, and honestly, I don't know if Sandra wouldn't have bought Jade and I a copy.
She did not buy you guys copies.
Yeah, we're passing it around. Did it come to you next?
No, I don't want it.
You don't want to read it?
No, it'll make me sad. I can't.
It doesn't make you, I don't know. It doesn't make me sad. It's just like oh God. I don't know.
Okay.
Some of it you're like, okay, go Brit. But other times you're like, ugh.
Yeah, for me, I'm just kind of like the demise of a fucking human. And I can't watch that kind of train wreck.
Yeah.
I can't read about it either. I'll spiral.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm too like in my feelings all the time.
It's really funny when she talks about Kevin Federline because like
okay, like bits and pieces like that. Mm-hmm. Like, how did he dance his way into her life? Like, it's so fucking crazy to me.
No, he didn't. He wasn't really like a backup dancer. She met him somewhere else and hired him to go with her to be like a backup dancer because she wanted him with her. And then she would be like, he had this career, which is like so sweet that he's trying so hard, but it's like not going well.
My God.
But no, so I'm reading that, and then I'm reading this like other shit. I don't know. He makes so much money off of her. He probably has to do nothing.
That's really sad. See, I can't fucking
But so yeah, I had all these things. So I was like, I'm gonna give my eyes a break, and I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. It's called "The Woman Who Fooled the World" by Beau Donelly and Nick Toscano. They're the two reporters that like broke this story, and it is narrated. Hold on. Does it say who narrated this? Because he is a fucking gem. James Saunders.
I need to see what he looks like.
I don't know what he looks like.
I don't know what he sounds like.
He is a fucking gem. He's an Australian guy. So dry. So dry. But he, and if this doesn't entice you to listen to the audiobook, I don't know what will. Is that he,
James Saunders.
He's talking about someone's voicemail message, and after a whole lot of like dry talking like this, he's like, he starts singing Kylie Minogue, and he starts going, la 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 la, and then he's like, kicked you out of my head. Like he just full on commits. And I had to stop. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what he looks like. It's an audiobook.
Dang it.
But he
I must know his face.
I don't know if it's legal for me to like even post this if I can find it at the end, but I'm going to because
audiobooks narrated by James Saunders.
I had to stop. I made Tommy listen to it. I was like, can you please tell me I've not just gone crazy?
He makes a killing off of narrating. He's narrated so many.
I mean, he's got like such a sweet voice. He also does like really good impressions of what I assume these people sounded like.
Perhaps Kylie.
I've never really done, and Kylie Minogue, I've never really done an audiobook before. So that was a very good experience.
This has to be him. It's him.
I don't have, wait, hold on.
Can your eyeballs?
Oh, yeah, it looks
Does it look like it? Does the voice
yeah,
the face?
the voice and the face match. Very handsome.
He's got a strong jawline.
A very strong jaw. He kind of has like a Daniel Radcliffe jaw.
He does.
Have you seen Miracle Workers?
And he has great blue eyes. No.
Miracle Workers? You guys should watch it. It's so good. Speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, I freaking love him. Okay, so the story.
Sorry. Tangent.
Do you know who Belle Gibson is?
Did you say Belle Gibson?
Yeah, not Mel Gibson. Not Mel Gibson.
I do not
Belle
know.
Gibson.
Is she related to the Mel?
No.
Oh, because that would have been weird. That would have been fucking weird. No, I don't know who Belle Gibson is. Who is the Belle of the Gibson?
Annabelle Natalie Gibson.
Oh, I love the name Annabelle, though.
Or Belle. Was born in 1991 in Tasmania. And that is a fact that wasn't really known until a few years ago, because she often claimed to be born in 1989.
To be older?
Yeah.
Why?
There's more on that later.
All right.
In Australia...
I'm trying to stay young. I'm trying to stay youthful.
It is very weird that...
And by 2 years.
I know.
Okay. All right. Sure. So this is my sister. She's my sister's age.
Yes. Wait, she was born in 91?
Erin, yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. Crazy.
So in Australia's Women's Weekly magazine in 2015, she had claimed to have never known her father and grew up caring for her mother, who is afflicted by multiple sclerosis and chronic fatigue, and for an autistic brother in Brisbane. She said, quote, "When I started school, my mom went, 'My daughter's grown up now. All of a sudden, I was walking to school on my own, making school lunches and cleaning the house every day. It was my responsibility to do the grocery shopping, do the washing, arrange medical appointments, and pick up my brother. I didn't have toys.' The magazine calls it implausibly Dickensian."
What? I don't even know what that means.
What? Dickensian? Like, can I have some samosa?
Oh, I'm
like Oliver?
What?
Like Oliver?
No. And honestly,
Dickensian?
All of our 12 listeners are not going to also know what Dickensian means.
Hunter for sure would.
Hunter, shout out. No, but when
you said Dickensian with, can I have
but
implausibly. So like okay,
yeah,
that
doubtful.
sounds like
doubtful.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
But it's an Australian magazine, so implausibly Dickensian feels like
the right. Okay,
feels
all
like
right, Australia.
Like okay. It's like okay, we're calling bullshit without calling it bullshit.
Yeah, because it sounds like a really fucking hard life.
Okay, so what we do know is that she did grow up with a single mother who indeed have MS. Her brother was not autistic. And her mother claims, and I can't verify that she's even a credible source, but she claims all this bullshit, and she worked herself basically into an early grave to provide for Belle and her brother.
Oh my God.
So in 2006...
Okay.
Silent burp.
Burp through your nose. That was a nose burp, if I've ever seen one. Those ones make my eyes water.
They're water, but also like I felt it in my soul.
It rose from the depths.
So in 2006, she was attending Wynnum State High School in Brisbane. A former student said that Belle made up a cancer story while there to try to stop her boyfriend at the time from breaking up with her. Another school friend says that she was a drama queen and there was always something going on. At one stage, this is a quote. Oh. At one stage, she was an emo, then a skater girl, then she was a surfer chick. She was always something different. That same friend also said Belle never mentioned an autistic brother or a mother with multiple sclerosis. Many former classmates have come forward that she was constantly pushing anti-vaccination claims. She claimed to have been a test tube baby.
Oh my God. She
claimed to be the witness protection program.
Oh my God. So she's zero credibility, zero anything. No. And she's going to just lie through her teeth to anybody that will listen, is what it sounds like. That
test
sucks.
tube baby is like what really got me, because I was like, I don't know. She also claimed to be severely overweight, but showed photos of her through her childhood. That's never the case.
Okay, girl, same. Because I feel like I remember thinking in high school I was like the heaviest I've ever been, and
oh God, and then you look back at pictures, and then you're like, oh God,
I would literally die to be I actually don't want to ever be that skinny again. But I remember thinking, I was like, oh my God, I'm so fat. I hate that word, by the way.
Why'd you say it with such vigor?
Because I was like, I channeled my high school self. And I was like, and I wasn't.
No.
And yeah, okay, go ahead.
I also think it's a product of the era that we grew up in, which was like very much like you're Jennifer Aniston or you're shit.
Literally, do you remember? Okay, Jessica Alba, when she came out with Honey or whatever.
Yeah.
Just the tiniest little, beautiful body.
Yeah.
But not mine, right?
Not attainable for me, ever.
No, never.
No.
My body, I could have been in the most tip-top shape.
No.
My body will never be that, so.
No. 100% mine would never be that.
So, tangent alert, I love that the kids these days are growing up in an era where every body is beautiful.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So, Belle dropped out her sophomore year of high school and moved to Perth. And she started to work in a call center at a private health insurer where she would hear details of clients' ailments. She said, quote, I was hearing some horrible things about what people were going through, and it's fair to question whether or not this is where she kind of picks up.
I was just going to say.
On a lot of the information that she kind of carries with her down the road.
Of course. She's like, oh, wait, this is what they're saying? And this is the attention they're getting? Like, she's like the worst. I'm already feeling like she's the worst. Because I feel like she's going to prey on good people. And, like, for all the sympathies. And just, yeah, I feel that. I feel your face, too. La, 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 la. So, wait. It's kind of, so does Mr. Saunders, does he have an Australian accent?
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
It is perfect.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Listen to the audiobook. Okay. So here in Perth is where she got involved in the local skateboarding scene. Okay. Not sure if she skated, which is fine, but she was.
So she was a poser. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm
not sure. She doesn't strike me as a person who skated, but like, I don't know. What do I know? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to gatekeep who I think can be a skater or whatever. But anyway, so she was on the message boards on skateboard.com.au. Oh. Which is why I feel like maybe she didn't skate.
Oh, God.
And this is where she started posting about her illnesses. So in May 2009, on the skateboard.com.au forum,
.au,
she said, quote, tomorrow afternoon, I go back into hospital for round 3 of heart surgeries.
Heart surgeries all of a sudden? This bitch.
I know. I'm not worried about the cancer.
Oh,
I'm worried about the heart disease and brain clotting. Well, last time I had this procedure, I went into cardiac arrest, ... So yeah, I've died before. I'm putting up a fight, but hey, chemo and 3 heart procedures might kill me.
She's so fucking exhausting. Honest to God.
You've never been this done so quick.
Yeah, like, oh my God. I cannot with her already. And all of this fake sympathy that she's like reaching out for makes me want to just find her face and punch it.
I know.
Literally.
It's so good.
Oh.
The punchability.
Punchability is strong.
So the next day, she posts, quote,
fuck.
I had surgery 7 hours ago in the midst of a blackout, cyclone, and storms in Perth.
What the fuck?
I just woke up out of a coma type thing. I had no idea what was going on. The nurse came in when the alarms went off to say I was no longer in code blue or something. They fussed around for a bit and then asked for my next of kin details because I didn't put anyone down. I refused to give details because I have a gnarly mom. Anyway, the doctor comes in and tells me that the draining failed and I went into cardiac arrest and died for just 3 minutes. I have the most intense bruising from the paddles where they electrocuted me back into consciousness. And went straight into a coma situation for 6 hours and woke up crying from my iPhone.
Oh my fuck.
Thank you.
What? Honestly,
I've never read it out loud before. It's like worse.
Sounds so
when I read it with
awful.
My eyes, it's bad, but when I read it out loud, it's like
it was bad for me too. Not because you read it, but it sounded so bad. Like I was mad at you for a second. I was rolling my eyes at you. They electrocuted me back into consciousness. Fuck off.
My iPhone. Crying for my iPhone.
Oh my God, because my mom is gnarly.
My mom's
literally,
gnarly.
She is so exhausting already. This is like the type of person where I already am like, fuck to the no. Nope, not even gonna entertain. I will not entertain. No, zeros. I'm giving zeros. And the fact that she's like, oh my gosh, she's like an OG catfisher. Probably not that OG because she's like my sister's age, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, wasn't that like the catfish guy? Like, wasn't that we were in?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, she just is like reaching out to the people on the interwebs, being like, oh, I fucking died, and then I did all these, survived a storm in my coma. God.
Mid 2009, she moves to Melbourne. In October 2009, she tweets, quote, Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize. This is more fucked than the government giving me cancer.
Oh.
When asked after everything had come out about all of this and asked what this tweet meant, she's like, I don't even know.
She's like, cannot. Must have been the chemo talking.
Uh-huh.
God.
In January 2010, she became pregnant and starts posting to the message boards on whattoexpect.com, which, have you ever been on the message boards?
Yes! They're all fucking terrifying.
Insane.
Yes!
They're
so
insane,
scary.
and it's a very, responsive community. When I was pregnant and when the kids were little, that's where the first thing that pops up when you,
oh, pregnant? What to expect when expecting?
Have pain in my side.
Fear of the book.
Am I dying? And then, there's some message board where someone's like, yes.
You're certainly dying. Go to the doctor.
Hospital.
Make sure you can feel the baby kicking.
Uh-huh.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And
it's
horror
all
stories.
fear-mongering. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all that. And it's so crazy because, you want to be like, oh, I want to find... You really have to be level-headed enough to read between the bullshit and understand what's real and what's not.
Yeah, message boards I think are always just volatile as fuck.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I think that there's some that are kind and there are people that are there supportive and they're, but in my experience, I've always been like, oh fuck.
Well, this is the thing. You and this is not what she's, you really have to find your people, and you're not going to find your people on a message board. You really are not. People who are like-minded or, and it's okay to, disagree with people, obviously, but, if you have a what the fuck moment so many times, maybe it's just not what you should be, pivot, figure out a different, outlet or whatever. But.
Yeah. So it makes sense that she is on these message boards.
All these mothers
she got
to her
very
bullshit.
Involved in the community and also fully immersed herself in the narrative of having cancer and all of the complications that come with it and worrying about the baby. And so she elicits sympathy by lamenting that she doesn't have a support system. She's like, oh, I see all you girls getting ready for your baby shower and I don't have any family and no one is going to come up here and I'm just alone and I don't have any money and just being
I'm sure she got all sorts of shit because this is the thing.
Yeah.
When there is no tribe like a mom tribe, and I think that's true. I really do. People who will just throw everything to the wayside to help another mom, it's real. So I feel like she's just sucking in all of that. These are high emotions, high hormonal, all the, who are just happy to and feel gifted enough to be, they would get a gift by giving kind of thing. I don't know how to explain that right.
Yeah. She kind of reminds me of and What We Do with the Shadows, the emotional vampire. Vanessa Baier's character.
Yeah, where they were what did she do?
She has some sob story with everything.
Oh, your dog is so cute. My dog died.
My dog died. He had a really rare form of cancer and then got hit by a car.
His stomach just kept eating itself.
Yes.
And then he had a good day. And then he got hit by a car.
Like, that's what, like, she kind of reminds me of. Is that almost exact character.
It makes me sad because I feel like these are, like, new moms who are just, like, and so heart forward. And she's literally...
all of their joy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I feel so bad
I need to do
this
something
person.
for her.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like, I want to be there for her. Or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's going to keep playing the violin to that tune because she's loving all of it.
Yeah. So
I hate her.
She gives birth to her baby sometime in early 2010. So she really was pregnant.
Is baby's
fine.
Okay.
Baby's fine. So she gives birth to a son with her then boyfriend, Nathan Corbett. I do know the baby's name, but I'm not going to post it because he's a baby still. So, not a baby still. He's a teen.
We protect the babies.
Yeah. By all accounts, she was actually a very good and loving mother.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say. No, the fuck she isn't. Because if she's that...
Yeah.
Then the damage that she's going to do to the... I'm sure the child
in the
is
long
fed.
run...
I'm sure the child is right now okay. There's going to be some shit where there's going to be unreversible damage.
Yes. At this point, yes.
That sucks.
Because of her actions.
Oof.
But by most accounts, she was a very doting mother. Okay. Maybe that's the more appropriate.
Okay. Yeah.
She was a very doting mother.
Okay.
In October 2011, she went in for a neurological assessment following complaints of eye pain, slurred speech, and memory loss, and she was told everything was fine.
Yeah, because
the neurologist wrote to her GP that the symptoms are most likely just a result of being an exhausted new mom. And she and her boyfriend split in 2012, but remained very good friends. She was involved in many natural parenting groups on Facebook in Melbourne. And around this time, she started brainstorming ideas for her health and wellness app and even put out a poll on her group to help name it. So in 2012, she says that she suffers a miscarriage at 5 months with her new partner, Clive Rothwell. She says this was the impetus of starting her Instagram account to share about the loss and her cancer journey. And she maintains that the miscarriage actually did happen. But on May 13th, she launches her Instagram account, Healing_Belle. And her bio read, Belle Gibson, game changer with brain cancer plus a food obsession.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm. And at this time, Instagram was still very community driven. It wasn't as much like now, like I feel like maybe 5 years later, there was a lot more influencers. But like at this time, it was still like the comments were very like
people you
like
knew,
Facebook groups was still a big thing. It like there was a lot of conversations going on, and all of the comments people would reply back.
Yeah.
Like whoever's like
it wasn't the big animal that it is.
It was just a different time. And sure, her account kind of looked like that Bo Burnham White Woman's Instagram. That was her Instagram. You know what I mean? Where it's just like pictures of balloons, shadow of a flower. It was like that was it. Like looking over one shoulder. That was like her Instagram was like a white woman's Instagram.
Oh, okay.
There was inspirational quotes, posts of foods, little snippets of her and her son. On Facebook, she told her community she was healing her malignant brain cancer with natural medicine, Gerson therapy, and food. Gerson therapy is based on the belief that the disease is caused by an accumulation of toxins and attempts to treat the disease by having patients consume a mostly vegetarian diet, including hourly glasses of organic juice and various dietary supplements. No animal proteins are allowed in the diet, under the unproven premise that tumors develop as a result of pancreatic enzyme deficiency. In addition, patients receive enemas of coffee, castor oil, and sometimes hydrogen peroxide or ozone.
They're just gonna literally shove coffee up your bunghole.
Yeah.
Ozone. Like,
isn't that just air? I'm so confused.
Is that just
Is it like air from space?
Did somebody go up there and jar it?
Did they jar it just so you can shove it up your asshole? Is that what happened?
Coffee, castor oil, and just
space air.
I feel like if you... Never mind.
Were you going to say it sounds like you would shit so well?
Well, no. I was going to say you'd probably fucking die. Like, but that's... Never mind.
Are you thinking of putting blood in your air in your blood?
I'm like, what? I don't understand. But I'm not one to shit on Hippy Dippy, right? But no! Does not work. Does not match. Like, cannot.
Does not compute.
Does not compute.
Another player in this space at the time
Dead.
was a woman named Jess Ainscoe, who went by the handle The Wellness Warrior. She received a very rare diagnosis of epithelioid sarcoma in 2008 when she was only 22. My eyes see numbers and it like discombobulates.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my brain. Anyway, so Ainscoe, after initially doing a round of chemo, turned to alternative treatments, including that Gerson therapy. She had a massive following, including Belle Gibson. And she was proof of concept that the narrative could be financially lucrative because she was like holding events. She had like, she was raking it in. She wrote a book. Jeez. She had a blog. Belle, following kind of this same roadmap, amasses 200,000 followers in the first 3 months.
What the fuckage? No, that's insane.
And this was back when, like, I don't even think that you could get, like, bots to like, bot. Yeah, bots weren't botting yet.
No, bots weren't botting. These were humans.
So followers were like in awe of this woman who had gone through so much, has brain cancer, yet she is like this glowing picture of health.
Yeah.
She's just like, they're like, wow, like her nail beds look amazing. She doesn't have circles in her eyes. She's not tired. She's doing all this. Like, she's
they're like,
inspiring.
wait a minute. And you know what? These followers are probably people who...
desperate.
Yes. And who were like, oh, she's a beacon of hope.
Yeah. So August 2013, Belle launches the Whole Pantry app. It's to advocate healthy eating. It was downloaded 200,000 times on the first day.
Oh.
It's voted Apple's best food and drink app of 2013.
Oh.
Often she's credited as a developer. She said that she like went and learned coding real quick. But she really hired freelancers on the cheap, and the app was actually very beautiful, and that is to the credit of the developers, Alex Benevento and Christopher Horner with designer Zane David, who I just wanted to shout them out because they did a good job. Designer Zane David said that she used her cancer to get discounts in their services.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yes.
So, being married to a developer, you would understand that, like, designer. Sorry.
Did I?
Edit it out.
Whatever.
Edit it out.
Edit it out.
Edit it out. But that would be like Tommy doing all this hard work on something.
Literally, that happens all the time. It's pretty common.
I'm not getting
space.
credit.
Yeah, it's pretty common space for...
fucking nasty.
I know. So, during this time, her star was rising. She was like the shit. Her followers, like the count rose, and she became an authority on treating your own cancer. She would post about goji berries and mangosteen powder, about drinking coconut milk to hydrate your connective tissue, which is not a thing. And
Guys,
at the time,
super misinfo.
her personal trainer was like, please stop.
You need to quit it.
He's like, you need to stop.
All these people.
He's like, you are.
It's an abuse of
spouting
power.
off shit that's not true. He's like, coconut milk does not hydrate your connective tissue. That is not a thing.
It is not it.
It's not a thing. So she was recruited by Apple to work on a top secret project. And at the time, they were developing the Apple Watch and wanted the whole pantry app to be featured and preloaded onto all the devices.
Oh my God, what an opportunity. That's a big...
Yes. It was a huge deal. So they flew out to Cupertino. They like gave her the whole like song and dance. She had her own team there. And she began to help develop like the app that would be on the watch, which... I never had the app, so I don't exactly know how it would work on your watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or I didn't have the app, so I don't know. Anyway. She also got a cookbook deal through Lantern Books, which is a subsidiary of Penguin, and developed a close relationship with the team there, sending them thoughtful gifts and charming little trinkets all the time. Yeah, and then of course she like had her whole like, oh, I have brain cancer, and like
sprinkle that in.
Yeah, and so everyone was like, oh my God, she's so sweet and so thoughtful, and like this poor girl, what she's been through, she's so strong. So she fundraises and promotes her app by claiming sales would be donated to various charities like school building in Sierra Leone, support for mothers and their babies in developing countries, protecting asylum seekers' human rights, and the family of Joshua Schwartz, a terminally ill 5-year-old boy who needed life-saving treatment overseas. Belle had befriended Penny, the boy's mother, and the two had become very, very close. I know.
So this is the thing. This is how I feel. I feel like she's doing a lot of great things under the wrong guise, right? Is that the right way to say that? Like, I feel like, sure, she's, like, raising money for people who really need it and, like, trying to... Oh, no. Okay. Now I'm mad at her. Now I'm fucking mad. Because it doesn't feel like that's where this is going. I feel like she's going to take all their monies and rip everybody off. Oh, my God!
No, I haven't gone there yet.
Fuck.
I haven't gone there yet.
I hate her. I literally hate her. I knew I hated her the second you started describing her.
The second. I honestly, so I feel like I did. So like when I was writing this, have that moment of like, should I write her like all this is true? And I just couldn't do it.
No!
I couldn't do it because I was like, oh, it would be really fun if you made you think all this was true. And then I
would just soak that shit up. And then I would literally go home feeling like distraught.
and then I was like, I can't. Like I can't.
No, you could not straight-faced tell me that all the shit was like
no, and
real.
Honestly, even if I did, none of it added up and you would have smelled you would have smelled that shit.
My red flags are like alert.
In early to mid 2014, she hosted a birthday party for her son. The Schwartz family was in attendance. That little boy that I was talking about. And as guests were leaving, she dropped to the floor and started to violently convulse.
Was it real?
Seizures lasted 40 minutes intermittently.
She was probably just spazzing out.
And she laid on the floor as guests stroked her forehead and encouraged her to get better. And we're like, it's okay. It's all better. Her son was there. Joshua Schwartz was there.
God,
they sent them upstairs. They had to step over her body as it was convulsing to like get the kids away.
So fucked up. How scary for these kids.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were like, we need to call an ambulance. And they were like, no, she doesn't like dealing with like traditional doctors. No, like don't call an ambulance. And then she like would be like, oh,
she doesn't like dealing with doctors who can call her on her shit.
Yeah. She's like, I'm fine. Please don't. I'm fine. I just need rest.
That
was me. I don't know if that was me doing Belle Gibson or me doing the mom from Bluey. Oh. Or James Saunders. The best narrator ever.
I know.
So on July 29th, 2014, Belle announced on her Instagram that her cancer had spread. She said, quote, with frustration and ache in my heart, it hurts me to find space tonight to let you all know with love and strength.
Fuck her. I'm so mad at her.
That I've been diagnosed with a 3rd and 4th cancer. She said the brain had spread to her blood, spleen, brain, uterus, and liver. It was news to the teams at both Apple and Lantern, as well as all of her friends. So, like, she posted, if this were true, she posted this on Instagram before
she told anybody that she cared about.
Yes.
Or quote unquote cared about.
On September 14th, Apple announced her app will be featured on on the new watch. It was like a big announcement, a big thing. And then maybe a week or two later, her friend Chanel McAuliffe and Jared Briffa drove to Belle's house, only call her 5 minutes before they arrive to tell her that they're coming. And Jared asks, is there anything you want to tell us? Is there anything you've been untruthful about? Like, we're your friends. We won't judge you. We love you. And she's
safe space.
Yeah. And then Chanel is just like, are you even sick? Do you have cancer?
Thank you, Chanel.
Yes. She, I think, is the hero of this whole story. And then Belle was incredulous, and she was like, of course I have cancer. How dare you? And then Chanel asked, what, about the doctor that gave her the recent diagnosis. She's like, who is this doctor? Who is this? And she says, Dr. Phil.
Fuck you.
And she was like, are you fucking serious? You're going to tell me it was Dr. Phil?
The Dr. Phil?
And she claimed that he picked her up, took her to his practice. She didn't know where this practice was. She doesn't know what happened to Dr. Phil because he disappeared.
Fuck you.
And that she said that she was told that his practice was questionable by someone who used to work there. And so then Chanel was like, okay, well, so if he was questionable, don't you think that your diagnosis is questionable? Don't you want a second opinion? And she's like, I'm just too busy. And she's like, okay, well.
Too busy?
Yeah.
Too busy to find out the deets about your entire well-being?
Yeah. She's like, I've got the app and I've got the book. And she's like, oh, what about your son? Doesn't he deserve to know if his mother is really sick dying of cancer? And she's like, I just don't have time. So then Chanel goes upstairs.
No time to find out if you have cancer. This is the thing. The math ain't mathin', bitch. I'm so fucking annoyed by her.
Yeah. So then Chanel goes upstairs where Clive, her boyfriend. is putting her son down. And she's like, I need to know what's going on. Does she have cancer? And then she said he was quiet for a very long time. And then he says, I need to protect that little boy. And she was like, protect him from what? And he's like, she's not sick and she will just try to destroy anyone that tries to expose her.
Oh my.
And that's where we leave off.
Fuck off! What? Fuck off! Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know.
Chanel's a bad bitch.
She is a bad bitch.
And she's going to get to the bottom of this.
I know.
And I feel like her boyfriend,
I don't know if it's her boyfriend.
Or whoever this man is.
Clive? Yeah.
Clive is going to come out. Because he's here to protect the baby.
I'm a little unclear about what his role is. But in the book, they did mention that, he actually did think that she had cancer for a very long time.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
And then
I feel like he started sniffing her out and being like,
well, his father got cancer. And he saw his father go through cancer.
And he's like, that's not like that.
One thing here is not like the other.
And it's not, to be fair, for every,
and so somehow
they're not always the same.
And so maybe he goes back just for the son. Which is cool, but I think he's still with her. So.
What?
Yeah.
Today?
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
How are you with somebody that you know is complete bullshit? No,
I don't know. It's not worth.
Literally, I would have, the 2 seconds in, I would have been like, not my people. Goodbye. I can't.
No. What should we call this one?
I should have been thinking about. I do this every time.
The worst human being is spiritually fucked.
She's worse.
She is the worst human that might possibly
She
exist.
is the leechiest. Chanel gon' tell. Chanel gon' tell.
Chanel gon' tell. God damn. Okay.
She's the worst.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Stay tuned for part 2. Please follow us on Instagram at Spiritually Effed Podcast. Rate and review our podcast. It really helps. And that is all. We will see you next week.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.